Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. It's great that you're here. Well, I trust you enjoyed my last video on the band Big Mountain and their song Oh Baby I Love Your Way. Of course, that came from the 1994 movie Reality Bites, and they were covering the classic written by Peter Frampton some 20 years before they released their cover version. And in that particular video, I looked at the fact that maybe developing the way that we are, the way that the world sees us, is one of the best things that we can do, a way that's approachable and a way that connects. Well, we go from there to a bunch of guys in Australia. Now, these guys were only around for 6 years, and during that 6-year period, they released just 2 albums, but these guys brought a sound and a lineup of instruments to the stage that had never ever really been done, and so they certainly carved their way in a very short space of time with some incredible energy and some incredible vocals and instrumentation. I'm talking about the band Big Pig. Which is made up of Shireen. She was on lead vocals, and when you see some of her, when you see some clips later, you'll just see what an incredible voice Shireen actually has. Tony, Neil, Nick, Tim, Adrian, and Olair. Now, the thing that was quite unusual about this band was that there were no guitars. No guitars at all. No bass guitar, no rhythm guitars. Their lineup was very much percussion based, lots of kits on stage, and lots of incredible energy. And I'll get onto a live clip of theirs in a little while. So yeah, percussion. We had a guy hammering it out on a harmonica, and just a guy doing a bit of keyboard stuff as well. So very much quite a different lineup to what you would normally have in a band, which makes these guys so compelling. And that's just why this band Big Pig, and what an incredible name for a band, by the way, Big Pig. I love it. That's why they deserve video in this series that we're doing. So there's a couple of songs. There's one song in particular I wanted to focus on today, and that's the song Breakaway. Now, the song is very much a mother talking to her daughter, probably in the teenage years or even younger, saying, look, no, you can be whatever you want to be. You can fly and you can have an incredible life. And I'm looking forward to seeing what becomes of your life, but you have to really, really go for it here. And I think certainly between 85 and 91 for Shireen in particular, they well and truly went for it. And you'll see a live clip of how incredibly excited the crowd is that they're there. The concept of breaking away. Breaking away from what, though? If we're in a small country town, we might want to break away from that and go to the city. I think of a song by Kelly Clarkson called Breakaway, where very much she talks about going from a small country town to the city. Or it could be you're in the city and you're breaking away to a small country town. Could be either. A breaking away could be needing to leave a job to go on to something else, but you kind of like the security of that job, but you realise that in order to fully capitalise on who you are as a human being, you need to break away from that and discover what else is out there for you. Breakaway is when you're younger, travelling overseas for 12 months, becoming a nurse or a nanny or a teacher or something where you just get away from what you have known for the first 18, 19 years of your life, and you're breaking away to see what you are like without your parents. You love your parents though, right? It's just that we need to discover who we are maybe without our parents. Of course, they'll always be an influence in our lives, but they're also, I suppose, celebrating with you the fact that you want to try and do new things and live life in a different way. as parents, our job is to put ourselves out of a job. And so we've always got to be looking for opportunities, I think, with our children to provide opportunities where they can stretch their wings, as this song talks about. And so this concept of breaking away, I think what we're saying is where we are now, where we might be stuck, or we're not really experiencing life as fully and as richly as we possibly could, but we love the routine, we love what we know, we love where our days are going. But the breakaway is challenging us to think, well, hang on a minute, there's so much more to you than this. There's so much more to you than this. Why don't you try and find out what that is? And often to do that, you've got to break away. And in a sense, if we think, well, let's just explore a little bit but stay where we are, well, part of our brain and our mind will stay where we are. And then it's not free to be able to explore the new possibilities that may present your way. I'm sort of facing this a little bit at the moment myself, because I've recently given notice to a job I've been around for 5-6 years. And, the time would probably come for that to finish up. And, I've been given a new opportunity where the mindset needs to be completely different. It's got to be innovative, and it's got to be creative, and it's got to give the clients the best opportunity that we can. Now, if I'd stayed where I was, my mind wouldn't have been able to embrace the new. This is what breakaway means. Breaking away is painful, though. Breaking away can be torturous. Breaking away can be some of the hardest things we ever do. But I think it comes down to, in our mind, making a decision that we need to do it, and then just going with that decision. And then when we do eventually leave where we were, we have a little ritual of letting go. And I think certainly when this current job, which I'm in for another few weeks, finishes up, I certainly will be looking at a ritual there. And I may even, depending on what the song is, be able to share a little bit about what that ritual was and what it meant for me. So breaking away is good. It's exciting. It's like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But breakaway is also hard. But I suppose what is the ultimate outcome of breaking away? Well, the outcome is that we experience something new, and we discover something new about ourselves. And surely that's worth it, perhaps. There's an argument also that Big Pig, with their particular lineup of percussion, harmonica and keyboards without guitars, was breaking away from the traditional guitar-laden stuff. They created an energy through that performance, through that line, that made their performances so compelling and so invigorating. So they made the choice through the way that they played to break away from what the industry had known. And we tend to remember bands that have done this. We remember them because they were game enough to do that. I mean, I talked about the Beatles a little bit earlier, and certainly the way that they stretched their production. Music is benefited forever because of the way that they broke away from the traditional to do something of their own. So yeah, breaking away. If you're in this situation right now where you think you need to break away, or you might be in a little bit of a rut of some sort, and maybe there's an opportunity for you to think, well, what could I do to break away? We don't do it recklessly, though. We do it in a considered and measured way. But if it is that you need to experience life in a new way, breaking away could be the thing that you need. So if you have recently been involved in breaking away, or are thinking about breaking away, or are a bit scared to break away, I'd love to see some comments below about your journeys and your experiences, because a shared experience with others, for yourself, the fact that you're able to talk about it just makes it just a little bit more compelling for yourself. So I'd love to see some comments below about your breaking away experiences. I suppose for me with these videos, I mean, I used to write these videos, and I suppose I thought, well, maybe I could do videos instead. So I suppose in a little bit of a way, doing videos instead of writing is a bit of a breakaway thing for me. And I must admit, this has invigorated me quite a lot, because we're over 50 videos now. So yeah, I'm quite enjoying doing it. I really, really am. And I trust that you are enjoying these videos, but more importantly, you're finding them an encouragement. That's the main reason. This isn't a look at me thing, these videos. This is all about you guys and your journeys. So I trust that you'll find them encouraging. Well, on to the clips today, and we've got 2 songs by Big Pig, and both these songs came off their album Bonk, B-O-N-K, Bonk, from 1988. We do have Breakaway, which is the official clip, and you hear all about mother and daughter conversations of that particular song, and you think, wow, this sounds really, really different, because it is different. The words and the production all line up here in a fantastic way. So that's the official clip. We then have a live clip as well, and that is Hungry Town. That's, I suppose, a little bit of a dig at consumerism and the fact there are lonely people in a hungry town. What do we do about this hunger that just takes us over and wants us to keep consuming? So that's a real challenge with that song. And this is an 8-minute live clip, I suppose, and when you're live you tend to get carried away a little bit more, and you can see, even though there's no guitars on stage, how compelling and how invigorating and energized these guys are when they play live. And just watch and see how excited the crowd are to be there. So both those clips are there. And I've also included, and by the way, the links to those videos are in the description below. So you just click on them and they'll be there. And I've also included my video commentary from last time from Big Mountain and Baby I Love Your Way. So if you want to recap on that one, feel free as well. Well, that's it for today. If you do like this video, please give it the thumbs up, and I'd love you to subscribe. If you have come back for another video, fantastic. Thanks for hanging around to the end, and it's great that you're here, and there's plenty more videos to come. Well, that's it for today. Next time we're going to go on to, pop crooner Billy Field with just a couple of his songs, because in his own small way, he also made quite a mark on the music industry when he was around as well. So until next time, I'll catch you around.